Buffalo! The Bills make me want to shout!
A native of Buffalo. How do you feel about them?
Being a Buffalo Bills fan really isn't being a fan. It's a way of life. Last year, Ralph Wilson asked me to go back to Buffalo and talk at the community luncheon, which opens the season. And all the players are there. And I said, when you go out on that field, I know you're playing for your pride. I know you're playing for your career, but you're also playing for this life called Buffalo. This life that it represents people who honestly believe that against all the odds, against some of the worst weather imaginable, they have a magnificent life that they're proud of.
Quote the Raven, nevermore. Shout out everybody watching on Code Sox, Facebook, Trainwreck Sports, Twitter, Gratwick, YouTube, and much, much more. We are live here on the Bills divisional playoff matchup. Gratwick Gaming Sim versus the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Maniac from Trainwreck Sports. You can see McDermott's already firing up the refs, and we are ready to go. Joined by my co-host, Dan Gambino of Code Sox, and of course, Chris Holbert of Gratwick Gaming. Gents, it's great to still be alive.
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, it is. And you already know the snow coming down. I'm jacked up, Maniac. I'm sitting here in my throwback Terrell Owens jersey right now. I'm ready for tomorrow, but we got to get through today first. We've got a good battle here. Everyone's counting us out. The national media looks like they're all leaning towards Baltimore. But in Buffalo, we love to be the underdog. And I say, let's get it.
And we are going to get it indeed. You see the snow is coming down, much like we expect it to be tomorrow night in Orchard Park. But tonight we are live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Gil I Am getting the crowd pumped as Buffalo is getting ready to kick this one off. Oh, wait, no, they're getting ready to receive.
I hope somebody told Lamar it's going to be chilly out.
There he is. What's going on, Chris?
Here's our meteorologist, Chris Holbert. Give him the details.
Oh, hang on. I'm focusing in on getting this up and running here first. You guys carry me through.
Okay. Well, speaking of looking good, speaking of getting up and running, Code Sox, a lot going on over there, Dan, as we get ready for kickoff.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot going on, man. A lot going on, a lot coming up, too. We need the Bills to get through this game. But, yeah, we've got some giveaways today. We got socks to give away. We've got a 8-bit graphic shirt to give away. We've also have a coupon code for our listeners, which we'll be announcing after the first quarter. There is a special purchase going on right now on Buff on Weck, and we'll get to that in a second, but we will have a coupon code after the first quarter.
You're telling me these lucky fans
is
are
underway. The kick
for just tuning in. You're right. It is underway, and here comes Lamar Jackson. Ravens will come out for their first possession. My goodness, this is a chance for the Bills to really set the tone, Dan.
Yeah, and setting the tone means corralling that man you just saw. Lightning in a bottle, Lamar Jackson. I'll tell you what, the key to tomorrow, in my life, Maniac, is 60 yards. You have to keep him under 60 yards. And we don't want that 60 yards to be north-south. Once he gets going north-south, you're going to have a rough sledding going down. You need to keep him running 30 yards east, 30 yards west. Make him get tired that way, not north and south. North and south will kill you.
And we are currently at 130 people on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. If we go over 250, rumor is Chris Holbert is going to get on the video stream. That's all I'm saying, and that's all the details our followers need. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Ravens here. I mean, I want to see this Bills defense, Dan, be aggressive early. Let's force them to get off their game plan, not let them just assert themselves.
Yeah, and let's talk about how we're going to do that. I mean, Chris, you're the defensive coordinator, all right? You're Leslie Frazier. You're McDermott this week. What do you do to try and keep the running game at bay? I mean, like, what kind of plays are you calling? What are you looking at?
You know, the Bills' run defense terrifies me in games that matter. I just saw that the 3 losses we had this season are the only 3 games that they let up 200 yards in each one of those games. and this is the team that can put up 200 yards in a half hour. So I'm all in on stopping the run. I just think we're going to have a tough day in the cold. Look like he was shivering when they asked him to go to site in the snow before. So I think they just got to take the emotion and ride it on this one.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. You know, and like we said, you just have to keep them contained. We want to see this right here. We want to see Lamar Jackson dropping back to try and make a play. Let him try and beat you with his arm. You got to just contain on the outsides. You really can't rush. Because if you let him get those little cutbacks, it's over. Is that picked?
Looks like Normando with the pick.
I was going to say, yeah, that's pick. Here we go. Josh Allen trotting out. Oh, boy. Are you there?
Paul Bergen in the chat. He must be busy celebrating his birthday.
We got Paulie B in the building. Happy birthday, Paulie B! Let's go. I should have scrolled down. What an idiot I am. Let's go. I love Lamp.
Here we go. Allen back past. He's running. Ooh.
Okay, so that's the thing you see right there, Dan. There are a lot of Ravens fans saying if we can keep Josh Allen in the pocket, we're going to make him be a QB and we're going to make him be a passer, and that's how we're going to beat him. That's not how teams beat him this year. When they blitzed him, when they tried to keep him in the pocket, he tore him up. Now, obviously, the Ravens do blitz the most. They're probably better than the average blitzing team at getting that pressure, but it'll be very interesting to see how that matchup goes early.
Yeah, a lot of passes to the right side in the last game, not too much to the left. So I wonder if that's a trend they're going to watch, and they're going to try and come and bring heat from that right side, seeing that a lot of the passes last week were off to the right side of the ball.
Love it. And if you're watching the Sabres, they are going to the power play. And that's what we need to start out. Let's get it going. Let's get it rocking. I mean, I'm sorry. I know that this is a Bills stream, but we want the Sabres to do well as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. It was tough.
Season's over for the Bills. Trey White can actually play goalie for the Sabres. They need some help there. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
See, I need some help. Picked. Josh Allen forces it into coverage, and is that Marlon Humphreys, the guy who was trash-talking chicken wings an hour ago?
Yeah, the only way to get out of this funk right now, Maniac, is to give away some socks. We're doing some turnover socks. Put it in the chat. Let's get it going. We're going to get turnover socks going in the chat. Go ahead and comment with who's going to get the takeaway here. The Bills can stop the bleeding here after that turnover.
Gus Edwards, the Baltimore ball carrier. Vernon Butler on the stop.
There's Paul Burden. Paul Burden, happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday to Paul Burden.
Paulie B, happy birthday, you sexy mofo.
All right, we got people saying Trey, Matt Milano, Edmonds. Guys, this is how you win some free swag. We'll be giving you some 716 socks. That's what they got to do tomorrow, Maniac.
Yeah, when I see the Ravens in a full house formation, they better not be trying to pull any Danny Tanner stuff right here. I'm going to be telling them to cut it out. Let's get that stop for a short gain or nothing.
Yeah, it's man, this guy scares me. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little nervous about the game tomorrow. Then again, I'm always nervous.
Even though he said he doesn't like playing in snow and he doesn't want to play in snow, doesn't it encourage you a little bit?
They run the ball well.
Good to see you.
Yeah, they run the ball well when it's not snow.
What was that, Chris?
I said, side note, it's good to see Aunt Becky get a time.
Yeah. Aunt Becky, don't cheat your kid's way into college. 49-yarder.
What's up? It's good, Tucker. And that could be a big low-key matchup. I mean, you know how they love their talking points. You got Justin Tucker, who's one of the best kickers of all time in the NFL. And you have a rookie kicker, Tyler Bass, who has done very well this year, but they always like to make talking points out of those rookie kickers.
Yes, they do. We got 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, if you log on to buffonweck.com, we have limited supply of our 8-bit graphic shirt and our Buffalo by Nature shirts. And if you use the code I believe it's Madden Sim. Sim Game, sorry, Sim Game, S-I-M Game. You get $5 off the shirt. You get $5 off the shirt. There's a huge pass to Dawson Fort Knox.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, honestly, it wasn't the most athletic play. It wasn't, you know, the most spectacular display of athleticism. That touchdown last week, I feel like, did a lot for Dawson Knox's confidence. It was kind of a broken play by the Bills. Could have gone either which way. Huge momentum swing. Allen kind of shot puts it towards the end zone, and Knox literally falls under it. So not to make a mountain out of a molehill, but I feel like, you know, as far as running over the middle, you know, catching a playoff touchdown, regardless of how you do it, gives you a little bit more confidence doing those things.
Yeah, it does. Now they're starting to get going. You see Smoke Brown with the first down on the 39-yard line. Maniac, who's going to be the game changer tomorrow?
I will tell you right now that the game changer tomorrow is going to be none other than Cole Beasley. Let me tell you why. The matchup last week against the Indianapolis Colts linebackers was actually not a great one. Darius Leonard, nicknamed the Maniac, he's a pretty solid player. I think that according to the analysts, according to the pundits, according to the analytical people, the Ravens are not nearly as good on the linebacker side of things, despite having a good defense that blitzes. Oh, going deep and incomplete. But with that said, I think that makes Cole Beasley the difference maker. He had 5 catches for about 60 yards last week. I think he can get to 7 or 8 for 100 this week, and that could ultimately be the difference in those the quick routes, you know?
Yep. Yep, quick routes, those quick hitters. And I know they watched that game from last year, and they saw on that last play when they went to Brown that Beasley was wide open in the flat. So they definitely are taking note, as we're taking note. T-Bass.
Oh yeah, wait, kick is up. No bueno from Bassy Pit?
No, it doesn't look like it's bueno.
Yeah, that was the play. They had a fourth down. They had a fourth down shot against the Ravens, and Beasley was open in the flat, and they threw it to Brown in the end zone, right?
Yeah, it looked like that was. What was that, Chris?
So far, we're losing the field goal battle.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if this happens in the game, this will immediately be a big storyline. It's not a big storyline right now, but it would be made into one for sure.
Guys, go ahead in the chat and guess who's going to score the Buffalo Bills' next touchdown. So the first touchdown, the first touchdown, and you will walk away with a pair of code socks and a pair of pink code socks and a small Buff on Weck t-shirt that I have in my hand. So you'll have the white and pink 716 socks and the small Buff on Weck overstock t-shirt. So put it in there, who's going to score the first Buffalo Bills touchdown.
And another thing that the Bills are losing in this sim that they lost in the early part of last week is Harrison Phillips, it looks like, makes a nice play. Or no, it's Trent Murphy bringing up a 4th and short, the field position battle. I mean, the Colts were starting around 35, 40-yard line. The Bills were starting inside their own 20 at 15. It was just brutal starting out last week. And this week has been the same so far in this sim. The Ravens started inside the Bills' 30. They started at their own 30, and here they're starting right around midfield.
Yeah, field positioning is huge. I mean, our special teams, and we say it all the time, you got to win on all 3 phases of the game, Maniac. But our special teams has really set us up to do well.
Damn, I thought they were going for that.
I think last week was the first game where the first half scared me because it was the field position battle. We had horrible field position.
Who was the Bills' MVP 21 minutes into the playoff game?
Bojo.
Oh, was it even close?
Bojo.
He had a couple Bojo bombs.
He had at least 3.
Yeah, he had a couple, or as we call them, field flippers. That was big. That was big because there were a couple times where if he didn't get a 45-plus, the Colts would have been starting almost 40, their own 40 or better. Rolling out, Josh Allen, dipsy doodling.
The return of the pirouette pass.
Yes, we've longed for it.
You know who I think has a big game tomorrow? I think Devin Singletary has a big game tomorrow. Not having to split the carries as much, the weather being a little more grounded towards the run game. I just think I think he goes off tomorrow.
How much of a factor is Yeldon playing, and is Williams even going to make the field, or is he going to get scratched? That's what I'm going to be watching tomorrow about 3, 4 o'clock. All eyes on who's getting scratched.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to make it all about me, but you're heading to the stadium around 6:20, 6:30.
If you don't come out of that stadium without a voice maniac, I'm going to be upset.
What just happened?
Incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, so what am I going to do? I'm thinking I need to get, like, some rings or something because I'm going to be in the bleachers, and I want to be hitting them against the seat in front of me. I feel like that's a big noise maker.
Down goes Allen. Yeah, that's the key. Everybody, hit your seats. So bring something that your hands aren't going to hurt. Like, you need to do that. Or an object.
No,
you said something.
That's 100% what I'm thinking is the play. Because, yeah, I mean, let's face it. I have the voice, but I want to save the voice. Not that I want to save the voice. I'm going to be using it on first and second down, but I really want to have full voice third and fourth down. I obviously want to be supplementing the train horn, which was working overtime last week.
I wish we could just get our hands on some of those annoying flutie horns from back in the day.
Yeah, wait, why can't we bring vuvuzelas? Because of COVID?
I don't know. I don't know why they're not handing anything out. They should be, if the Bills were smart, they'd be handing out noisemakers as you entered the game.
Yeah,
like you want to make it as loud as you can. Why? They do the clappers, the thunder sticks. They do it in every other sport.
The clapper.
The little hand things, you know, that you shake back and forth.
You go back and forth. They're smacking.
I think they should get the things from Karate Kid too. You know,
if you could pick one linebacker to have a big game tomorrow, would you rather it be Matt Milano, Tremaine Edmonds, or AJ Klein?
Chris, you want to go first, or do you want me to take it?
AJ Klein.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You pick AJ Klein, you still get whatever those two other guys can do. I feel like that would be a wild card.
See, I'm going to go the other way. I want Edmonds to have a breakout game. I want everybody to be like, wow, this kid's a game wrecker. We know he's a game wrecker. The Bills fans know it. I want the national media to know it.
Do you just assign Edmonds to shadow Jackson all day?
Yes.
That's the thing. I was thinking, like, that speed matchup is pretty good for the Bills, right? Like, yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, he probably doesn't run step for step with him, but as far as a linebacker versus Lamar Jackson, he's got to be one of the top, 10 percentile in the league.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd at least start that way and see how it goes.
And now the thing is, do the Ravens expect you to do that? Because the playoffs is all about doing what the other team doesn't expect you to do.
Listen, and I'm saying all you have to do. The key to beating this team is staying home. You have to stay home against them. You have to. Yep. You have to, like, the line is the key, right? When there's an opening, when an opening happens, this team is going to kill you. I feel like our defensive line just needs to stay pat. You need to build almost a wall. You got to get them going east and west. This team scares me on offense. They scare me with the run, not the pass at all. You got to win on first down. I guess that's what it comes down to me.
That's it. If you get them in long distance situations, I don't think they're very good.
And Lamar Jackson can whip it, but he can't whip it like Josh Allen whips it. Kick is up from Tucker, and he gives the Ravens a 6-0 lead. So let's face it, if the conditions get sloppy tomorrow, I mean, the top is off. And let's face it, Poyer and Hyde, what's the one thing they've done since they've been in Buffalo in 2017? They've taken away the deep ball, right? For the most part, the opposing team does not get shots for a deep ball. We got one of my chats going nuts. Let's see. Oh, wow. And a side note, any baseball fans, right-handed pitcher Corey Kluber and the New York Yankees are finalizing a deal that will bring him to them. That's a big acquisition for the New York Yankees.
After they signed
I know we don't typically cut away for news, but yep, they got LeMahieu, and it looks like they're spending. It looks like they're trying to bring championships back to the Bronx. I'm sorry, Chris. Back to you, sir.
Oh, there's always time for Evil Empire acquisition update.
You talk about an EEA versus just an EA?
Oh man, he loves the Yankees. Chris is a diehard Yankees fan.
Yeah, I think he is. That's what I've heard.
If it's remotely snowy out tomorrow, I'm putting 8 men in the box and just full out saying, go ahead, do something. Because I just don't think they're going to be able to throw the ball downfield. And even if they do pull a few off, I'm totally shutting down their run game. Whatever they get in their passing game is not going to be enough. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, speaking of passing game not being enough, Josh Allen throwing off his back foot for, pardon my French, no fucking reason. No rush in his face, no anything, and just turns it over. So speaking of this, let's do a little distraction. Let's do a little distraction. I'm gonna come up with a trivia question. Whoever gets it right first in the chat, we'll get you some glasses. Just DM me at Zach Sheldon on the bottom of the screen at Zach Sheldon. We'll get your glasses. And by the way, if somehow you still haven't got your glasses from last season, I saw someone chime in. They're waiting on something. Just DM me. We got it. We got it all taken care of. Speaking of trailing, like the Bills are doing right now, and if the Ravens trail, they'll be down double digits. The Colts were going in for to make it a 2-possession last game when the Bills got a big goal line stop. When was the last time this season the Bills trailed by 2 scores? Like they do now in the sim. Ravens going for the touchdown. First person to chime in the chat. Last time the Bills trailed by 2 scores this season. The opponent is who we're looking for.
While we're waiting for that answer,
I knew who this was.
While we're waiting for the answer, is it officially good luck now if the Bills lose this sim?
Yes.
we definitely could work that talking about, but we still want to win. Winning is fun.
Rah rah Montana.
We got answers coming in the chat. We have a couple more seconds here.
Not the Jets, tell you that much. Not the Rams.
Bills nothing.
Not the Cardinals.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
We got a couple Chiefs, couple Titans in here, Maniac.
Yeah, you threw me off. Who do you have it as against?
Me, personally?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can announce the winner? Oh, Tennessee.
Well, oh, yeah, we're ready to go. We're ready. It wasn't Tennessee. It wasn't Tennessee.
Then it was Kansas City.
No, it wasn't Kansas City.
Wow, my guy over here throwing out bombs. You're throwing out nukes right now, dude.
That's what we're doing. We're doing 2 scores. It was correctly answered in the chat by Travis Blakesley. Believe it or not, Week 8, New York Jets. The Jets went up 10-0 on the Bills halfway through the second quarter.
Wow.
You want to talk about a whole different feeling, right? It's crazy.
Deep.
This team is going deep.
Oh, did he catch it? He got it.
He got it. He came up. Run to the line. Run to the line.
Yeah, you better hurry up. Next Gen Stats are going to slow this down. Oh, man, I don't know.
Honestly, that should have been a touchdown. He had him beat by 20 yards.
Yeah, throw that ball inside, bro.
Travis Blakesley, send me a DM at Zach Sheldon. We'll get you your glasses. We'll get them for pickup. Whatever you need, buddy.
I don't think he was in, dude.
Awesome answer. The Bills were down 10-0, and they got 5 straight Tyler Bass field goals.
They challenged it. That's coming back, I think.
That wasn't even close there.
Nope, not in.
That should have been a touchdown. They're not even going to get the catch up.
Boy.
Shout out the 173 plus we got on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Tell your friends. Let's Dan, should we do a little tagging action? Get the Bills back in it?
Yeah, get the Bills in it, guys. Tag a friend, and if you pick the right person earlier and your friend comes in, we'll give you both pair of socks. Let's do it. Tag your friends.
Who's your comeback, buddy?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Who's your guy?
Comeback, buddy. Who are you gonna win a free pair of code socks for? That's awesome. I know. I wish I had a friend winning me some code socks.
Everybody wants to see that Diggs touchdown, man. Let's see if the Bills can do something. I don't think Allen's completed more than 2 passes in this game. Oh,
it's
boy.
awesome having a player like Diggs.
Did we catch that? Or pick?
No, we caught it. I was gonna say that was caught. The awesome thing about Diggs to me is that he had 138 yards last year, and it didn't feel like he had 138 yards. You ever get that vibe from some of his games recently? 128 yards, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 10 yards here,
it's like
10
he
yards
doesn't-
there.
yeah.
That was another underthrown ball. That should have been a touchdown.
I love Chris as virtual Josh Allen's biggest critic.
This
We're
is what they
inside
have to
the
do
code
tomorrow,
zone.
by the way. This is what they need to do. I think they need
Go
to just
down
keep
13
spreading it
nothing?
out. No, spread out the field. Just completely spread it out. 5 wide. Maybe you have Singletary come out of the backfield and line up, and Yeldon come out of the backfield and line up, but you have to spread out that defense.
Yeah,
You're gonna
5
take
wide,
7
get rid of it
people
within
out of the
2.5 seconds.
Yep. 7 people out of the
Bubble
play, let them
screens.
come and rush. Yep.
Slow
Yep.
down that blitz. Do everything you can to slow down that blitz.
Do you guys have a problem with these coach interviews during playoff weeks?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
I do not need to know what a coach thinks when his team is up 21 plus in a playoff game.
No, completely different.
No. The hirings. He's not touchdown. There we go.
Told you that.
Singletary. Cue the music.
The Bills make me wanna shout, kick your heels up and shout, throw your hands up and shout, throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout, yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on,
Say you will.
come on and shout.
Say you will.
Yeah,
Shout.
Buffalo's happening now. We're on the move now. The Bills are happening now. They're making it happen now. We got the spirit, a lot of spirit, yeah. We got the spirit. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
The Bills make me wanna.
Squires, congratulations. Foul, obviously foul all of us. Foul Gratwick Films, foul Trainwreck, foul Zach Sheldon, foul Code Sox on any of the platforms that you're on. But go ahead and send us a message here at Code Sox, and we will get you out. You are Buffalo by nature. It's a small, it's the only one I have left. And a pair of white and pink 716 socks. So maybe your girlfriend, mother, or sister will love them, and you could be a hero. But congratulations, Justin Squires.
AJ Klein's gonna
Yeah, I mean, hey.
And the thing is, AJ Klein gets in position to make a play. It's just like Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl. You try to attack, the depth player. AJ Klein is our depth guy, so he's going to constantly get attacked when he's on the field. He's going to get opportunity to make plays. He'll have a chance if he's on the field tomorrow to make plays.
Anybody disagree with Trent Murphy instead of Epinesa tomorrow?
No, I want Trent Murphy. I want someone who's disciplined. Unless AJ Epinesa is blowing the doors off of everybody in practice, I want Trent Murphy.
I want Trent Murphy also.
Trent Murphy had, I feel like one of his best games as a Bill was last year at Houston.
He had a good game against Baltimore, too. This is what we need tomorrow. Let him sit there. Let him try and figure out what's going on. No one take a penalty. Penalties are obviously the key. 4th down, we're getting a punt here, Maniac.
Somehow Lamar might be doing worse than Allen in this game, even though they're up 6.
Oh, he's definitely doing worse. But I mean, Allen has the 2 picks, but he's just trying to throw it all over the field.
All right, here we go. Tag a friend.
Actually, without the picks, because I'm not saying that's going to happen, but this could be similar to what you see tomorrow. I mean, I think Allen is going to come out and try and be aggressive. I think they're going to be conservative and try and stay within themselves.
All right, I have a couple pair of autographed socks downstairs. I know that for a fact. So I'm going to do tag a friend and win socks from Code Sox.
Allen bombs away. Oh.
Allen, this playbook is just bombs.
You could be bombing your best friend with a pair of autographed Code Sox. So go ahead and tag whoever you want to win a pair of Code Sox. If they're in here, we'll give them 10 seconds after the touchdown. They'll get a pair of Code Sox too. So you better do it now. Share it out.
I got a question for the chat and for you guys. I got a question for the chat and for you guys. If you're a Bills fan, will you take this line from Lamar Jackson tomorrow? 21 of 36, 240 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 14 rushes for 86 yards and a touchdown.
No, we'll lose the game.
That's 2 touchdowns and a turnover from their quarterback.
We'll lose
You
the
think
game.
you think their running backs are gonna have 2+ rushing touchdowns?
I don't think he gets 300 yards combined rushing and passing tomorrow. I think they hold him under 250 total.
Okay.
They did the best against him last year when he won the MVP season.
I agree.
They contain him, and I think he's going to panic in the weather.
I really
Again,
feel
keep in
like
mind-
they need
People like
to.
you are loud enough, like you should be. Then
Well, I'm gonna be loud. I'm gonna be loud, and I'm gonna be proud, and I'm gonna be considerate. Shout out the Bills moms.
Yes, do that. Be considerate.
Who remembers the Bills moms? Roughing the passer. Let's go.
one game we had fans at this entire season, and we already made freaking the interwebs with 2 people out of 6,600 getting in a fight
Oh,
with
we
fans.
got to talk about that. We got to talk about that
Hold
right
on,
now.
hang on.
I forgot
I want to
completely.
chime in on something really quick. I want
I'm
to chime in
ready.
on
Go
that
ahead.
stat.
Go ahead.
Stat. We got to keep him under 60 yards rushing. You keep him under 60 yards rushing, they're going to have to lean on their running backs more and more. And honestly,
I think it's about the yards per attempt, though.
How do you
If
get
he
into
goes
a
60
fight
yards
in a
rushing
socially
on
distanced
7
football
carries,
game?
that's good.
How do you get
What were
into
they
a fight in a
fighting
socially
over?
distanced football game?
So here's the deal. No, when the Ravens go on
the
defense,
pass over the middle, down to the 1 yard line, folks. Sorry, we're losing it here.
Let me tell you something. That guy, that fight was 1,000% legit. I'm gonna tell everybody why on the Ravens drive, but I heard an astounding
inside
story.
source?
Oh yes, I heard from the fighter himself.
Oh, sweet.
Well,
Yeah,
here we
so
go.
I'm gonna tell us all on the next defensive drive this story, because let me tell you something. You don't want to go anywhere, folks. I oversell things from time to time. This story, I've told it to 4 people. Every single person has had their jaw drop to the ground. So 2nd and goal here. We're in the Drew formation. Let's plunge this baby in. Let's complete the comeback.
Let's go. Get
Oh, no!
The Bills make me wanna
Shout.
kick your heels up and
Shout.
throw your hands up and
Shout.
throw your head back and
Shout.
come on now. The Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on, come on,
Say you will.
come on and shout.
Say you will.
Yeah.
Shout.
Buffalo's happening now.
Shout.
We're on the move now.
Shout.
The Bills are happening now.
Shout.
They're making it happen now.
Shout.
We got the spirit,
Shout.
a lot of spirit, yeah.
Shout.
We got the spirit.
Shout.
Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
The Bills make me wanna.
Shout.
Your hat, your gloves, your keys, your wallet. Sometimes if you're not wearing your coat with them in them, you might put them down on the seat.
Sure.
Okay, so he did that. He's got his food. He goes to get a beer. He goes to pee right before the second half starts. Comes back right at the start of the second half. His black hat that he left on top of all his stuff on his seat is missing. Okay? You following along?
Yep, black hat gone.
Black hat gone. So he asked the guy 2 rows behind him, which is in the social distance world is like the closest person in the seating chart. Did you see anybody like grab my hat? Guy goes, no man, didn't see your hat. Like kind of standoffish. No, no real comforting response. So he's looking around. Sometimes the Bills, if you've been in the rock pile seats, they are kind of like they have a weird overhang where something could slip underneath them, stuff like that. It wouldn't be the first time. You guys familiar with what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we sat up there.
Yeah,
and
so
last
he's
game
checking
we
that.
played.
So he's checking that, right? Like, you don't want to be irrational. You don't want to just start throwing around accusations or whatever. By the way, as we're at 180 plus here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, get your friends in here. Bills up 14-13 in the sim.
No, what kind of hat is this?
Just a black hat, but I think it was getting cold, right? Like, I mean, it was pretty cold this past week, so I think he was hot, before half or something, took it off, was walking around at halftime, wanted obviously, you want to obviously know the location of one of your belongings. 4th and 4 coming up for the Ravens. Bills, the really really starting to exert their will here in the sim. So he goes like, hey man, so he goes again to the guy behind him. After looking for 2 minutes, kind of scanning the area, looking around, like, are you sure you didn't see anybody take my hat? Guy's like, no man, no. So now here is where the story gets good, because I understand right now you might be like, Maniac, this is a bad story. He looks at the guy, and the guy has, a standard kind of kangaroo pocket, like, common to a lot of winter jackets, and this thing is bulging out of the wazoo. Okay? So now you kind of start to see where this is going, but believe me, you do not understand it yet. He goes, hey man, like, what's that in your jacket? Like, so this is after 2 to 3 minutes, okay, of looking for the day. Bills are across midfield there. After 2 to 3 minutes looking for this jacket, he's like, what's going on, like with the bulge? He goes, oh yeah, those are my gloves. That's what the guy says to him, okay? That's what the guy says to him. And he goes, oh yeah, can I see him? Okay? Now let me tell you something, everybody listening at home. When I heard this story originally, until this point in the story, I thought this person was an idiot. I thought they had lost their hat. I thought it was completely missing. I thought they were just being an asshole because they lost their hat, and then they were going to try and convince me that this person had their hat. Going deep down the sideline, incomplete. Allen just over 50% here, but he's made him count downfield. So, 2nd and 10, completed him those 3rd and short. So he goes to this guy, he goes, can I see him? Now this is the most this is where the story takes a turn. The guy just goes, no.
Oh God, yeah.
Now tell me that you've heard this story so far, and that response didn't just turn the story on its head.
Oh, it did. I'm hot now, dude.
Yeah, everybody's hot now. Everybody's hot now. So I can't describe. I can't properly put into words. Did they get that? Yep, they did. I can't properly put into words what happened in the next 30 seconds or whatever. But he charges at this guy.
He goes reaching for the pocket.
And if you rewatch the fight video, this guy isn't necessarily throwing punches the whole time. He's kind of reaching at the middle of this guy's body.
He wants
if you rewatch it and look the video in slow-mo, because here is the twist we've all been waiting for. He gets his hand in the pocket and pulls out a black hat.
Oh, wow. I gotta rewatch it, dude. We gotta do this after the thing.
If you watch the video, you will see when the guy kind of shifts. You'll actually see in the kangaroo pouch pocket. You will see the black hat that we were
queued up.
Halftime. So when I see this video originally, sorry, Chris. When I see this video originally, I'm like, how can someone be fighting at a Bills game? We're going deep. How can someone be fighting at Bills game? It's social distancing. I hear this story. Oh, and we got before we finish the story, here we go. 52-yarder from Bass. Chance to give the Bills a field goal plus lead. It's up. It's good. We would need that from Bass and Bus. Unbelievable, though. Black hat stolen. They fight, they wrestle to the ground, the friends are holding each other to the side, and then the funniest part of all is he gets it back, he's getting back, he's kind of talking shit to the guy, and the guy just goes to him, well, you got your hat back, are you happy now?
Over a hat.
Who's stealing their caps at a socially
That's exactly the thing. That's what I'm talking about. So that was the story. So I don't
know.
During
a pandemic, I want to wear another guy's hat.
Exactly. I want to get someone else's fucking, hair follicles.
Bill Patty says, I love. Oh, go ahead.
It's not like you're stuffed in at 65,000 people there where you could just, pocket the hat from the guy next to you. There's too many people to know. You're the only 2 people in the section.
Seriously, that's exactly why. That's what makes the story all the funnier, honestly.
Shout out to my boy Jimmy Jump Gregorio out in the chat. What's going on, Jimmy?
Let's go, Jimmy boy. He's a guy. But tell me that story. Tell me that story didn't add an amazing amount of context to that fight, though.
Oh, I want to rewatch it.
The type of person that
rewatch and watch the guy on the right side of the screen who's on the lower seating. Watch as when he goes up, he's grabbing for the guy's middle area.
Oh, boys, we gotta let Trey Garman know that we don't do shout songs for field goals around here.
Yeah, no. We don't celebrate them. We honor them. We acknowledge them.
No consolation
Clap
prize.
it up.
Unless
we
it's
go
a game
on.
winner, though. Come on.
Sure.
Game winner, different story. There's Trent Murphy, by the way.
Context
For those
everything. By the way,
watching at home.
speaking of context and everything, Sabres Capitals 0-0 going to the second period. We're in the intermission now. Let's go.
I want to bring something up about the Sabres really quick. We're going to see this 2-minute drill by Josh Allen and the boys coming out right now. But it was tough to listen to Generette last night.
Yeah, he was. Even I came in. He was all over the place. Samsonov.
Oh, gosh. How about the second goal that Washington scored? He got it off the replay, not the rebound. I'm like, oh, that's the rebound there, Rick.
There was a like one of the Sabres got robbed sometime in first period, and he started like what would be one of his great exciting calls about getting robbed, and then just like kind of halfway through gave up. And he's like, oh, I got robbed. And then it was like, oh.
Then he saved
I
it.
realized he wasn't supposed to flip the
Oh,
switch.
there we go. I don't know. I think I lost him. You guys there?
No, we're here. Yeah, we can hear you. We can still hear your
I just
embarrassing voice.
Oh, thanks, man. Better embarrassing, right?
Seriously. What a game this is right now, though. I gotta say, Bills went down 13-0. Now they're up 17-13 with a chance to add on board. Braylon rolling, throwing downfield. Bomb! Caught inside the 5! No, incomplete! Are you kidding me? Allen would have had 300 yards passing.
Yeah, he's just unleashing these bombs from like every angle possible.
Forget bombs over Baghdad. It's bombs from Josh Allen. Trip set right.
Oh, we got to announce the winner from earlier. The winner from earlier was Rob Matz, M-A-T-Z. Rob Matz. Dylan Matz, if you're in the chat, go ahead and put a comment in. You got about 20 seconds. Put a comment in the chat. Let us know you're here, and you'll both win a pair of code socks.
Deflected.
Allen's pass, incomplete. Intended for Cole Beasley. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Troy Garman said, I'm tired of the Sabres being trash. Well, you got to get a goaltender, and they won't be trash.
It's like I do a heat check once a season. Check in. It's still not rebuilt yet. Check back in next year.
Yep, pretty much. 3rd and 10.
Jamie Sardo, what up?
They're just not even fun to
Get it,
watch.
Josh?
That's
What was
disappointing.
that?
I'm just going to throw it away.
I don't know if it was the second goal or the third goal the Capitals scored last night, but the defenseman comes out of the left corner with it and does some lazy ass, I don't even know who he thought he was going to pass it to, and just basically gives it to the Capital that's right in his face, and the guy just takes the puck and throws it back.
Too many offensive defensemen on that team. Congratulations, Rob. We didn't see the person you tagged in. Sorry, Chris, to cut you off. But Rob, go ahead and contact Codes Socks on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Follow along with us. And we're at 200 people, Maniac. Just noticed that. But congrats, Rob.
Eddie.
Get in touch with Codes Socks.
Oh, it's good to be involved. Can't believe the Bills put up a 20-point first half after that start.
Yeah. And they could easily have more if a couple of those deep balls were in stride.
Does the tight end, Edwards, scare you at all? I mean, not scare you, but concern you?
Andrews? Yeah.
Andrews. Sorry.
I mean, until we can stop him, yeah, he does, for sure. No doubt about it. You got to prove. Everyone on the Ravens scares me until we stop them. Until I see Gus Edwards run like 3 runs for 8 yards, until I see Ingram run the same, until I see Lamar Jackson get tackled in the backfield, they're all going to scare me. I'm going to be on my A game, and I'm going to be ready to stop them. I don't know. I mean, they call it the 12th man for a reason. If I have to get out there and make a goal line stop, I will.
Oh man, we can get a GoFundMe to get you out of
59-yarder from Tucker.
Oh, he's gonna nail that too.
Get down!
if all things are clicking for them, sure they could beat anybody in the league. But when push comes to shove, I just don't think they're built and function like an upper echelon team that's going to compete in the Final Four and for Super Bowls. I think they're a regular season monster. They'll win the wild card rounds more often than not, but I just don't think when it. Well, that's the end of the half. Jump all over.
It's the end of the half.
Yeah, I was gonna have you there. Yeah, the thing is, though, now let me, and this is my devil's advocate point, as I'm just making a bunch of noise with crowd noise in the background here, is that, like, I mean, give me the Eagles from a couple years ago, right? Obviously, they lost Wentz and they had Foles, but they kind of stumbled until they hit their stride in the NFC Championship game and then put up 40 in the Super Bowl. I mean, sometimes you can still get it done, and the Bills are far enough along right now where they can get it done.
But we've got a comparable that we've all kind of experienced in recent history. Look how many times over the last 20 years the Bills had a good defense and amazing running backs or an amazing running game, and it got them nowhere. So the Ravens are a little bit better than that by the quarterback element that they add to it. But I still think at the end of the day, the way that their offense functions, it's just not built to compete with the high-powered offenses that function through a dominant passing in the modern NFL.
I can't argue with those points.
When your running game's clicking and my passing game's clicking, I'm going to take my passing game every single day. If their running game's clicking and my passing game's not clicking, then we're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, our passing game is basically our run. I agree with you, though. I think Singletary does have to have a big game. You're going to have to run the ball, especially if it's snowing.
Yeah,
We're
to
gonna
keep
have a
them
lot
on.
of RPOs. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of RPOs tomorrow if it's snowing, boy.
Everything about slowing down
screens, too.
that blitz.
I just think he's going to have some ability to make these guys slip and look silly in cold.
Speaking of screens looking silly in the cold, I'm calling this right now. Watch out for the shotgun set. It'll be like Singletary on the right, Singletary on the left. They'll do play action, and Allen will roll the other way, and they'll throw it back to Singletary on a screen. I think that play has a lot of potential tomorrow, especially against the Ravens blitz, heavy rush.
They didn't run most of these games, they run it to death, and I hate it. But
Sweep?
No, the Isaiah McKenzie jet sweep action.
Jet sweep. Yep.
But even if they don't get it to him, they run that pre-snap a ton of times.
A lot,
And they didn't do it once last week. And it just,
I think they did it once. I think maybe one time in the beginning of the game they did it.
But
I brought this same
Good,
point
keep
up.
it off of film.
they went in a completely different chapter of their playbook, and that's a tough thing.
Yeah, like run the ball 3 times from the 10 to start the game.
The play calling sucked last week. I'm not pulling any punches. It was tough. They were trying to make the run happen. It wasn't happening. It was tough.
Yeah. It was like they were voluntarily handicapping themselves. That was the frustrating part about it.
Yeah. With that said, you've kept the playbook fresh for this week, though. So now they're expecting Allen to, do designed runs. You give it to McKenzie, you give it to Singletary, you might have a little success.
Well, Chris, Andrew Zufeld asked, what's a big game for Singletary? I mean, define that. Like, put that into words.
I think for me, what I envision it being is I think he makes a couple big plays, like 10 yards or more type plays in key situations where he makes a couple guys miss with some of those jaw-dropping moves. He hasn't had a lot of those this season. Like, he didn't get a lot of touches last year, and in the touches that he did get, there was always that flash where he had some Barry Sanders moves to him, and you just wanted to see him get more touches and carries. So I think we're going to see a couple of those in this game in key situations, especially if there's a little bit of snow on the ground or at least moisture from it snowing.
So here's my question, because you have Josh Allen who can get it done through the air. He can put up 300 yards. You have Josh Allen who can run it. So you kind of have gritty Josh Allen, Captain America Josh Allen who can get it done no matter what the circumstances. You also have Iron Man Josh Allen who has all his tricks, all his toys, can light it up. Who are we going to see tomorrow night? Are we going to see Captain America Josh Allen, or are we going to see Iron Man Josh Allen?
Rams game, Josh Allen. That's what I want to see.
Rams game Josh Allen, it would be Iron Man Josh Allen. He came out and put up 28 points in the first half. got it done when you needed to get it done.
Iron Man. I want Iron
What
Man.
if, what if I told you that this game will end with both of the quarterbacks as their team's leading rushers?
I think we'd lose the game.
You think we'd lose the game if Lamar Jackson has 14 carries for 78 yards?
You have to keep him from doing
Like this
plays
run
like
right
that.
here. Like look at that run right there. That was his third rush. He's got 25 yards.
If it comes in the second half, I'll feel a little better about it if we got a lead. But if that comes in the first half, it's gonna be a long day. And I'm not trying to be poly-pessimism. That's just it's the way I think about this game. If he rips
You're
off,
being the gushing Gambino.
Nope. I'm being a realist. That this kid, when he runs, and look up the stats, when he runs for 70 plus yards, it usually equates to a Baltimore win. Look at it.
Oh my God, that guy's wide open.
What happened? Because that's what happens. That's what happens in real life too. Once you start keying in on him and he gets that big run, it opens up the play action potential. It opens up the long ball potential, and the kid can throw. The kid can play, but it starts with his feet. If you can keep him off of running the ball, I think it gives the Bills a lot better chance to win. It's just me.
Justin Tucker lining up.
So I think there's a 50-50 chance Josh Allen runs for 100 yards tomorrow and actually outrushes Lamar Jackson. And I said last week on last week's set, the Josh Allen over/under was gold. Gold, Jerry, gold.
It was goldish.
I think with weather and all of that and the dynamics of the two quarterbacks, I think they both end up as their team's leading rushers. But I think the difference is that Allen brings some easy passing stats with his rushing stats, where Lamar might have some gaudy rushing stats tomorrow, but I think he's going to ultimately end up for like 18 of 30 for 178 yards passing.
If he's 18 of 30 for 170 yards, it doesn't even matter what he does to the ground almost. You're talking about 6 yards per attempt.
And that's where I think ultimately he's going to get his rushing stats, but I don't think they're going to be able to throw the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
We got a very good game brewing in this sim, by the way.
And if they get up 2 scores, forget about it. Oh, what a ball!
Got him.
Bomb over the middle, got him.
See what happens when you hit a guy in stride?
The
Smoke,
DB
that's what happens. Yep.
The Bills make me wanna shout, kick your heels up and shout, throw your hands up and shout, throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills on the low.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
The Bills make me wanna
Shout.
We're back.
with a vengeance.
Arnold said that was an electric play. Mike Arnold, and then Josh Arnold came through with that was Pazda electric.
That was a beautiful ball. Right in stride, fingertip catch.
We got 170 people across all the platforms. Tell your friends, the game is already on. 27-20, Buffalo beating Baltimore here in the third quarter with 9 minutes remaining. Halfway almost. We're not going to hear those halfway calls on the Sabres games anymore.
Halfway!
It used to be halfway through my 4th beer. It was funny.
Yeah,
when he
I
was
mean,
taking the move,
everybody
man.
knew that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Too. Like,
Oh, yeah. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. Yep.
yeah.
Buckle up.
I don't like. I'm not a big John Murphy fan. Let's just put it there.
That's a nice catch.
But it makes me long for the days of Van Miller. Now that the team's got these high intensity moments in games up again. He was great.
Oh, he was. Come on, that Fandemonium call was just fantastic.
Miller and Jennerat, when they were in their peak, are just like two pinnacle announcers and eras of Buffalo sports that's just never going to be replicated.
No, and it's crazy though, you know, and I'd like to say congratulations to Maniac and all the other younger Bills fans than us that experienced their first memorable Buffalo Bills victory. So Maniac, I thought about you the other day. I actually said to my wife, I'm like, I'm happy
I've never
for all
had
the,
one.
Yeah, I'm happy for all you. Like we took it for granted. I mean, we won so many games when we were younger.
You know
And it's
what's
just
In the first 3 years of the 90s, you guys won like 8 playoff games. Like, that's absurd.
You know what the next evolution is for you guys, Maniac, as the younger generation of the fan base? You have to get comfortable with the fact this isn't like a one-year thing. Like, oh, we got to enjoy it. It's just this season. The window's open for this team for the next 5 to 10 years. They're going to be good. They're going to be great. They're going to win a lot of games, and it's going to be fun. So, like the adjusting of the confidence from you expect to win versus like I hope we win.
Oh yeah, I honestly think that the fan base is not there already, but they're on their way there for sure.
I think going into next season is when it'll really start to set in.
Oh
and
boy!
take hold.
And you know what's crazy? I looked at our home schedule for next year, and it's a very favorable home schedule. Very.
And
favorable.
it's a great travel schedule, so let's get fucking back in that.
That's the other thing. The entire schedule, the way you look at the schedule, starts to completely shift and change from your perception of how good the team is now. So what looked like a daunting schedule to previous versions of this team, those same teams are on your schedule now, and you expect to beat them or have a chance against anybody. So the schedule looks a whole lot softer than it used to.
Yeah, it does.
I thought you were gonna say that the next step for our generation of Bills fans was to get visors like Geordie LaForge in Star Trek. And I was gonna say that would be pretty sweet.
All right, I'm gonna ask you both a question because I have my own take on this.
Big stop here. Big stop here. Field goal.
Table smashing, overrated, underrated. We're gonna do a little Gary V type thing. Overrated or underrated? Table smashing, Albert.
I think it jumped the shark when Andre fell out of his tree onto a table in the front yard of his house. That was the jump the shark moment for me.
I think that reignited the movement, honestly, because it showed that this isn't something that you can just do. Like the Bills fans are like
without a spotter.
It did
Bills
look good.
fans are to table smashing as porn stars are to sex. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Let's remember we got little kids watching this feed.
That's the thing. That's why I'm leaving it at that.
You know what never gets old though?
Fourth and goal field goal opportunity here. I'm going to cut you off for 1 second. Chip shot. This guy's not missing that. 27-23.
I never get tired of seeing that highlight of Bill Cowell doing the table dive, trying to fall down, and it gets back up, and he's all proud of himself and all super excited.
You know what? That I feel like an idiot because when I rewatched it like the 4th time, I realized the table was already previously broken because it just breaks into 2 like blatant pieces. I'm a damn imbecile, but
it's a prop table.
But no, here's my opinion. First off, is that I equate table smashing, and I don't want to overstate my position here, but I've attended a lot of Bills tailgates, a lot of different tailgates, different games across all the recent years, especially when table smashing has become such a prominent thing. I would say it's kind of like fireworks. You can't use it at every situation, but if you hit like 11:46 and everyone's just in the right mood and we're ready to start our finally heading in for the game, and all of a sudden somebody goes through a table, it's kind of like fireworks going off in the distance. It's kind of like excitement. I mean, when we were in Houston, I don't mean to be encouraging that behavior, but everybody was going through tables. That's not to say that it's ruined it. I mean, it just shows to how nervous people are, how excited people are, what a big event it is. So, to be honest, it's overstated. It's very overstated because, like, when you tell someone you're a Bills fan, it's almost like nowadays they're like, oh, don't put me through a table. Like, the table thing is 1% to 2% of Bills fans at most. But it's the most memorable thing that Bills fans do consistently on social media, so it's what resonates with people.
I'll never forget the kid in Nashville. That if you haven't seen that, it's tough to watch, man.
Here's my rule. If you're going off a table, do not go off elevated surface with a running start. That is a recipe for disaster. Stay on the like if you jump on the table from an even level, sure, you might not break the table, but you also won't break your ankle or break your neck or fracture your wrist or whatever. So my advice, if you're thinking about going through a table last second, just remember what Maniac said. Do not go to an elevated surface. Stay low. If you can't break the table from a non-elevated surface, then just don't even worry about breaking the table at all.
Two things here. One, I've been to a lot of tailgate parties, and I've never actually seen table breaking in the wild. I've only seen it through cell phone videos. I've never seen it actually happen. I'm pretty sure peak table jumping happened at that Houston playoff game.
Yes, I can report. I can report it. There were a couple. Well, here's the thing. Jacksonville, I would equate to. This is what I would say. Jacksonville was like Band of Brothers. You're running around the trenches. You're kind of behind enemy lines, and there's just explosions going off in the distance all around you. And those were the tables. And so I will say that they were going off a lot, and they were going off at Jacksonville. At Houston, it was literally like a Harlem Globetrotters game, where people were just showing off every which way they could do it. Oh, I'm going off an RV. Oh, me and my girlfriend are going off the back of a pickup truck. Oh, we're both eating wings and then jumping through the table. Like, it was crazy. I will say, and again, I'm not encouraging it because I want everybody to be safe, and table jumping is not for everyone.
Table diving competitions. At a tailgate party, get the ratings going.
Oh my God! Oh, people come out with
getting
numbers
like a slam dunk contest.
Yes,
people getting off of the plane in Dallas with tables because they put out that spoof where they said all the tables are gone. The Bills fans sold them all. They just walked around Walmart and had them say it repeatedly in different stores. They had the employees do it to start people with this, oh, there's no tables in Dallas. There are tables in every place. But I saw people getting off of the plane, picking their table up off of the luggage thing and going out. Like, they brought them down.
Right,
it was hilarious.
I got a question here for you, boys. Going into the fourth quarter here, Allen has 403 yards passing, 3 interceptions, touchdowns, but they're leading. Would you take that game tomorrow from him?
Dubs a dub.
403 yards for sure.
3 interceptions though?
Oh no.
All right, third down, 3rd and 4.
Because
13
the way
minutes
I look
left.
at it is that analytically, an interception basically takes away about 75 yards passing.
Okay, so what about this exact situation right now? Going into the fourth quarter, 27-23, your quarterback's throwing for 400 yards, but he's thrown 3 interceptions. How are you feeling right now with that dynamic? Are things going okay, or is it?
Oh, I threw up already. That's what happened to me. If you're, let's be honest, I'm getting sick to my stomach. I'm scared. Up 3 interceptions. I'm nervous. How about you, Maniac?
Yeah, 3 interceptions, I'm nervous, no doubt. With that said, I mean, Allen had a game last year where he had 2 interceptions against the Patriots. They blocked a punt and took it back, and they were still in that game for the whole thing. So I know that they're going to battle. If I could sign him, of course, no, I definitely don't want our quarterback who's had 10 interceptions or whatever across his last 17 games to have 3 interceptions tomorrow.
I think people need to have gotten spoiled a little bit by this first season by Allen, and they need to realize over the next 10, 15-year career that he's going to have some games where he's going to throw 3 or 4 interceptions, and he's still fighting, and the team's in it, and they're going down guns blazing. Because it's just the dynamic of the style of he plays. In tight windows, there's always going to be some bad bounce games, some through receiver hand games where he's not necessarily playing bad, but like the outrage folks, oh, he threw 3 interceptions, pull him.
People are asking if someone can cover Andrews in this sim.
We'll let you know when it happens.
Yeah. Oh, pressure.
Get him.
Oh, these are the plays that. There's nobody there. Who do you throw that to? There's the flag. I'm calling for flags in Madden.
That's a big defensive stand, though.
Get the 4s up in the chat. You know, we forgot that. We were talking. Get the
Michael
4s
Arnold
up.
Didn't.
Yeah, and I saw that. That's what made me think of it. Thank you, Mike Arnold. Get the 4s going in the chat. We got a punt here. Now you need a tutty. We need a touchdown here.
Yeah. Nice, good 5-minute drive here for a touchdown. Puts this on ice.
All right, let's do a drive. How many plays in the drive? We're gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna do a sock giveaway. How many touchdowns on the drive?
Touchdown?
How many plays?
Four touchdowns on this drive.
Yep.
Well, it's happened before. I mean, Josh threw like 3 on the one drive.
How many times he got scored?
Out of the Drew formation, back to pass, Allen.
Oh, almost got my fulfilling prophecy there.
Incomplete. It's second down.
All right.
Bad bounce.
All right, so that's play 1. We got to count them.
Allen's pass.
Play 2.
Complete to John Brown.
Let's say by 3rd down, we're going to stop it, right?
Brings up
So should we stop it after 3rd down? Can't go
Yes.
3 and out.
Yeah.
Can't go 3 and out.
Come on, get me a conversion.
All right, we got stop in there. Catch it? Got it. So there's 3 plays. This is the 4th play.
I don't know if I want Allen throwing the ball 52 times tomorrow.
Dude, I just wanted to win. I personally don't care about stats.
John Brown, 11 his knee stats, 11 receptions, 279 yards.
I'll take that.
What,
I do like
what
those
is
stats.
Diggs doing?
Drop
I haven't even
Decoy,
seen him this
decoy.
game except for the one near deep completion.
All right, we got stop in the chat. Kyle, I'm going to let that go. Kyle, you got in.
Maniac, they were committed to stopping Diggs. They did it.
All right, that's
I mean,
play
I
4. We're going on to
easily.
5.
They're triple teaming Diggs.
Yeah, I think they're triple team Diggs, they're double team Beasley. They got their 3rd string LB on Brown.
Play 5.
It's a Cole right there.
Cole Beasley, the bee's
There.
knees.
Let's go get
One
it.
of the craziest interviews with Pat McAfee, by the way. Play 6 coming up. Did you see that interview?
No, it was good.
Dude, if you guys haven't seen it, it's hilarious. The jugs machine is right next to him. Play 6 coming up. The jugs machine is literally right next to him. So all you hear is shink, shink, shink the whole time. And it's like someone's like has the hammer and they're just hitting a piece of metal right next to his head. Like they couldn't find a better place for him to do the interview. So McAfee's trying to fight through it the whole time. And so, Toddy, touchdown, Buffalo! It's quadruple.
The Bills make me wanna shout, kick your heels up and shout, throw your hands up and shout, throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout, yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on,
Say you will.
come on and shout.
Say you will.
Yeah,
Shout.
Buffalo's happening now. We're on the move now. The Bills are happening now. They're making it happen now. We got the spirit, a lot of spirit, yeah. We got the spirit. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
The Bills make me wanna
Shout.
Machine still going off with the owner of the Bills next to him. Whoever set that up probably got fired, but the thing's going off right in Kim Pagula's. Shink, shink, shink. I mean, I get it. You're working, man. They're working. They're focused. But can we get them a better setup?
John Brown now has 12 catches for 300+ yards and I believe 2 touchdowns.
That's some Tecmo Bowl stuff right there.
And 6 plays was the drive, I believe. Oh, that could be a pick. That hit as he threw.
Oh,
Yeah, six plays was the drive count. I think we have a couple people that picked 6.
6. Can't get rock hard abs in 6 minutes. Oh, there's one person. Troy Garmin, I see that.
Trent Murphy got hard on the edge those last 2 plays.
Nick, we got 2 people. We got 2 people. All right. All right. We got 2 people. You know what we're going to do? We're going to give them both a pair of socks. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get crazy. You're both getting a pair of socks. Reach on out to code SOCKS. Let's go. You're both getting a pair. We're going to give them to Troy Garmin. Congratulations. And Clifford Nickpon. Congratulations, boys. Go ahead and message code SOCKS on any of the platforms, and get you out a pair of socks.
Allen's looking for 500 yards pass.
Yeah, now depending on what the Ravens do, I might take 475 yards passing with 3 picks, Chris. I mean, with 350, it wasn't as clear cut because, you know, like if they do any offense, it's going to be very tough. But I mean, 475. If you tell me the Ravens score 23 points, I think Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen with 475 yards and 3 picks is acceptable.
As long as 300 of them go to Brown.
I mean, if John Brown has 300 yards tomorrow, I don't even know what to think.
Mike Arnold, they do come out with current Tech Mobile games. If you go on eBay, you can find like updated Tech Mobile. Like if you have an old system, you can find it out there. They'll put all the players in to the old Tech Mobile format.
All day in the pocket.
Next time I'm looking for something more frustrating than Madden, I'll be sure to check that out.
You didn't like Tecmo?
Tecmo was the worst. So as soon as I snap the ball, every single one of my receivers runs off the right-hand side of the screen.
Oh yeah.
Defenses.
Yeah, they were bad. I mean, but you know what though? That was the pioneer. That was like the first game that was like, oh man, they have all the players. Oh man, they have this. Oh man, they have, you know, they had plays, a playbook. I'm just nostalgic. I'm old.
10-yard fight. That was my go-to.
John Elway, or was it Joe Montana? There was Joe Montana. There was John Elway had a quarterback. There was Quarterback Club. Quarterback Club was a good game.
Yeah, was that the one where you could run with the quarterback, and if you got to the sidelines, you could stiff arm people all the way down the sidelines?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. ESPN came out with a game in the 90s. They had a football game at one point. Guys in the chat, we want to hear what your predictions are. Let's see what you guys are thinking about the game tomorrow, how that's going to go, final score. Why, we got 6 minutes left. Ball deep. Did you catch that? Nope. What do you guys think? Prediction for the game. Let's do it a little early.
So I think this game's very in line with what we could expect from Lamar tomorrow. A couple of runs that didn't really come in any kind of game-changing moment. The mop-up yards down the stretch here. Almost 18 for 30. Turnover. I think this is exactly what you're looking for.
Final score?
I really think they choke in the cold weather and the situation. I think this is like early Bills 90s days where the team just gets on an emotional high and steamrolls an equally good team in the playoffs. And 34-13.
Wow. All right, Maniac.
I got a close game. I think that. Oh, that was a crazy grab. I think that the Bills control it though a little bit more than they controlled the last week, even though they did control it in the second half. When they get off to a strong start, maybe the Ravens get back into it a little bit later, similar to how the Colts did. Bills win 28-23.
Was that Dez?
I think it was.
Little X Factor Dez?
Yeah. All right, what was the final? I'm sorry, Maniac, I was watching the play. What did you say the final was going to be?
28-23, Bills.
Oh, I like Chris's way better. There was a bigger cushion. 2-point conversion coming up, and I'll give my pick. 5:25 remaining. 3-point game, fellas. 3-point game. It's never easy. I'm gonna say that we're gonna have to run the ball to win. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be a defensive battle. I think our defense really shows up and shows out tomorrow. Their defense is good as well. I think we're going to win, though. And I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. I'm going to say 21-17 Buffalo.
The Bills don't do this.
Well, 21-17 Buffalo. I think we're going to have to score a late touchdown to win it, too. So, if you got nails, you might want to clip them now.
Travis has the Bills scoring a late touchdown with under 2 minutes left to win 31-27.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready for the heroic Allen playoff last-minute touchdown drive yet.
I am. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to win. I don't care how we win. I just want to win, guys. We can win by 1. We can win by 30. I mean, 30 would be awesome. I'd love it if they came out and just blew the doors off them, just dog walked them from the get-go.
I think if they play 3 playoff games, I'm seeing a blowout for at least one. So I think this is the blowout one.
Did you guys see the new Mafia song that was put out in front of Everything Buffalo, or My Cousin Vintage?
Yeah,
I think it was.
My Cousin Vintage. It is
Yeah.
pretty solid. I thought the
It's
music
pretty
video was
solid.
good.
I think it was good. I think it was better. I hope Benny's not watching, but I think it was better than Benny's.
Benny just needs to use My Cousin Vintage next time. That's the only lesson.
I mean, that guy's slinging a Pyrex on the front of that shirt. He ain't baking a cake.
True.
I like that shirt though, but he ain't baking a cake. Oh, let's talk about the true zero that they let Phillip Rivers go down to last week. Was it negative? I think it was -1, but that's just me. How many times did he bring that clock past 0?
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. That was so frustrating.
Well, dude, it was so obviously their game plan going in that at a certain point the defensive linemen should have just started jumping the snap. As soon as they saw 1 second turn into nothing, they should have been jumping the snap every single time.
The thing that
it's
pissed
hard
me
to
off
say that though.
was there was one when they scored their first touchdown. It was 1st and goal at like the 2, and they ran Brissett, and he got down to the 1. Now they swapped Rivers and him out, and then if you look at it, before they snapped the ball, it was blatantly at 0 for a whole second before they snapped it. Now that's the kind of play where it's like it's BS because they're taking too much time to sub in and out. It's not they're just running it down, so that was frustrating.
Oh yeah, McDermott was running down the sideline too because we couldn't get people in. We weren't allowed to have to get anybody into the game. We're ticking down to the 2-minute warning. Let me talk to you about this. Have you noticed a trend about after the first quarter or a change of the quarter, how we are quick go? Like, is that scheme? I mean, it's happened on multiple games. End of the first quarters come in, they try and run that last play. I mean, it's a momentum thing, obviously, right?
Clifford Nick Pond's asking me about the Sox.
Credit, or I'm credit control. Yeah, I'm giving you my work. It's code
Credit
Sox.
control.
Yeah, yes, sir. Code Sox on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You have to be following us to win. So make sure you follow us as well. Guys out there, speaking of following, follow along with Gratwick Productions, Gratwick Films, Trainwreck Sports, Zach Sheldon on Facebook, myself, Dan Gambino, Code Sox on any of the platforms. Check out the heat we're bringing with Buffalo. Huge play.
Boys the sack and ices it.
We have a sale going on right now on buffonweck.com. You can access it through any of the portals. We're going to have the victory formation. If you put in the code SIMGAME, we have limited quantities of Buffalo by Nature and of the 8-bit Ode to Tecmo Bowl standings shirt. Chris, if you could throw that up there. We have limited quantities as we're just not victory formationing out because they use their timeouts. Inside handoff, good for negative yards. But if you go on and use the code SIMGAME, SIMGAME, you can get $5 off of the limited quantities of the shirts we have left. Again, it's buffonweck.com. And you check out Trainwreck as well. Trainwreck's got some fire merch going right now. The Welcome to Allentown, the original, and I'm going to coin this for you, Maniac. The original Welcome to Allentown shirt. The Clean Sweep shirt, I believe it is. It's a Buffalo Sweep.
Oh yeah, clean sweep.
Somebody
Clean
needs
sweep.
to do a JP Allen experience shirt. Like the JP Peterman, the Kramer used to do.
Yes.
The JP Allen experience.
There you go. Maniac can do that, definitely.
Remember the Michael Vick experience back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Josh Allen experience is you have to sit there while 38 media people say that you should be turned into a tight end.
And I'll tell you what, Bills Mafia, the true Bills Mafia that are out there. As time's expiring, the Buffalo Bills are going to win this 34-31.
The Bills make me wanna
Shout.
kick your heels up and
Shout.
throw your hands up and
Shout.
throw your head back and
Shout.
come on now. The Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on, come on,
Say you will.
come on and shout.
Say you will.
Yeah.
Shout.
Buffalo's happening now.
Shout.
We're on the move now.
Shout.
The Bills are happening now.
Shout.
They're making it happen now.
Shout.
We got the spirit,
Shout.
a lot of spirit, yeah.
Shout.
We got the spirit.
Shout.
Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
The Bills make me wanna.
Shout.
John Brown tore it up.
12 for 298, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
My goodness, what a performance.
What a performance. Boys, I hope we're watching this tomorrow. I hope we're able to see our boys pull it out. Personally, I wanted to see them lose on this sim, but just from last week if you're watching with us. But the Bills won. We got a victory. We got a dub, Maniac. Take us out, buddy.
Folks, last week we didn't get the result we wanted. This year we did. This week we did in the sim, and we are hoping for the same tomorrow in Orchard Park. Make sure you're following Codes_Sox, following Gratwick Gaming, Gratwick Production, Gratwick Films, as well as Trainwreck Sports, because you know, whether it's this sim, the giveaways, the Josh Allen pirouettes, John Brown going for 300 yards, Gratwick Gaming, Code Sox, and Trainwreck Sports, this train never stops.